Today, hey, we're going to demonstrate and talk about frames. And there's a few different types of frames. We have tool frames, right?
Yep.
We have user frames. And we're going to teach about job frames today, okay? And part of that lesson is going to be, prior to this, you guys created a program, and we named it Shapes, that picked up a pen and it drew out all the shapes that are on that paper right there, right? So now we're going to take that piece of paper out of that flat, horizontal plane, and we're going to bring it up here into this vertical plane, which isn't quite 90 degrees, okay? So in order to pull this off, you guys are going to have to go in, you're going to have to reestablish your programs, right? And we're going to have to create a job frame, and we're going to use what method to do that? Three-point method, right? So we'll create a three-point method. We'll use the three-point method, create a new job frame at that angle, and then you'll be able to go in and just touch your points off, touch them up, reteach them, and then run this program, okay? So we're there. Let's do it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take that previous program that's laying horizontally, we're going to step through and we're going to record those points, okay? And what we'll do is take a separate piece of paper that has that same outline on it, track those points so that when we touch up these points, when we change that direction, we've got those positions, okay? So go ahead and step it through, Chris, and explain what we're going to do here.
So what we're going to do is proceed with the program that we've been working with, go ahead and pick up the marker, and then start drawing out the outlines. That way then we know it's set on there. Then we can transfer this over to our next program where we move it to the 45-degree angle. So it's going to pick up the marker and then proceed over to the first point, which is on the circle. So to make the circle generally, you have to do 4 arcs. The first arc is from our 4th position. We'll proceed around the circle 4 times and then go to the corner. At the corner, we'll move up to creating the box. And once that has accomplished creating the box, it'll go on to the triangle. It'll move over to the triangle, and as you can see, it hasn't actually completed the box, because once it comes to the last point of the triangle, it will proceed upwards to the last point of the box and then return home. And now, knowing that this has completed the box, the circle, and the triangle, put the marker away, picking it up, then returning home without an issue, we can then proceed to putting it at a 45-degree angle.
Alright, now here we are back. We've placed our shapes pattern at the 45 degree, okay? And now we're going to step through and we're going to run this program in this position. But in order to have taught those points, we had to go in and we had to create a jog frame, right? What was the purpose of the jog frame, you guys?
To allow it to maneuver around the 45-degree angle.
Correct. So it allowed it to maneuver and stay in an X, Y, Z coordinates in relationship to the degree of angle that's on the holder right now. So did that make it easier?
Yes.
Okay. Did we try it prior to that?
Yeah.
We'll talk to maneuver?
Just a little bit.
Okay, great. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to turn this over to Chris. He's going to go ahead and step it back through and show you what we came up with here.
Alright, so now that we have our board in with the shapes program loaded up for the 45-degree angle, we have it in the base, we're going to go ahead and step it through, make sure that it's aligned properly after we've transitioned it to the 45-degree angle. Now that we're going to begin stepping, we're going to go ahead and grab the marker. Now a lot of this program is going to be exact same because we copy and paste it. So it's going to go ahead and begin retrieval. It'll start out in home as we always have things programmed, and then it'll proceed. Now the tricky part was getting it where it wouldn't crash into the plane itself, so we brought it back and then allowed it to move forwards onto drawing the circle, triangle, and square. We kept the program the exact same, just transitioned it to the 45-degree angle. And then it was right about this time when we proceed across the top that we had an issue with a singularity, so we had to go in and reprogram, changing the point up to where it wouldn't have the singularity error, rotating joint 4. Once it's back to there, it'll do the same thing as it was supposed to be doing and move away, go on to the marker home, and then once it releases the marker, it heads on home and program complete at a 45-degree angle. And that is our shapes program at a 45-degree angle. Alright, now that we have ensured that the 45-degree angle is good by stepping through it, we're going to go ahead and try running it on auto at 75%. Go ahead and hit cycle start. And there you all have it, our shapes program at a 45-degree angle running on its own. Now that we've stepped it through and made sure everything's running properly, we have it in auto, we have the teach pendant off, and we can begin to do a cycle start. And at 75%, see.
Gotta press it twice.
There we go. Now that it's going to.
Take it off step.
It's in step. Okay.
That's
Cancel
okay.
that one.